the dog is with me again today because I really liked having him yesterday. And I'm doing a video like the day after my last one. What? What? This is gonna be a bit of a PSA video. So I've recently been told that, is this crooked? Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, for the past couple years, I have suffered quite a lot of, excuse me, bear. Quite a lot of dry mouth and dry eye. I feel like it's been getting worse over the past 3 years. To the point sometimes that I don't have enough saliva to be able to chew food. And I don't know that if you've ever experienced that, it sucks. I guess you just never realize how vital that is until you don't have it. So, I've been telling my eye doctor about it because she's the one that discovers the dry eye and how bad it's gotten. And they've gotten more equipment over the years to track a lot of that stuff better. And this last time I was at my eye doctor, they did this really crazy cool scan of my tear ducts. And I had lost about half of them. And when you lose them, they're gone. They don't come back. And she said a lot, that's mostly due to, well, the dry eye, sure, but from looking at so many screens, having screens so much. And so you're supposed to do exercises every 20 minutes to squeeze your stuff, whatever, to get those sort of the tear ducts flowing. And then on top of that, I happened to mention that my skin, I can see it in all the videos that I record, but it's just really weird, oddly red, and the texture is strange, and I don't know. It's almost to the point where I feel like I should be wearing makeup constantly, which that's never been me, but I also don't like to look like this. It makes me self-conscious. I guess I think I am actually gonna go to Sephora tomorrow and get my favorite concealer because I can't find it. And maybe I could just, get away with wearing a bit of concealer because, yeah. Anyway, so those facts, dry eye, dry mouth, weird skin. I fainted this week for about, 2 or 3 seconds. It wasn't long. It was enough for me to be upright. And then as I was just about to hit the table, I came to. And that's what this is from that hit on the table. And I know I'm very lucky that I didn't break something. And I did, so my doctor said she suspects that I have an autoimmune disease called Sjogren's. So now I need to see a rheumatologist to confirm or whatever that. It's weird. The thought of having an autoimmune disease. Granted, is this a lesson for me? I should probably take from it, take better care of yourself. I'm not saying maybe I could have avoided this, or I don't know, right? Or I haven't been to the doctor yet, but that's what comes to mind. Could I have done something to have prevented this? So that's where the PSA is kind of coming in. One, we all look at screens a lot. I want you to know that there are ways for you to keep your tear ducts in a healthy state. So if you don't see an eye doctor, maybe you could, or just, look up eye exercises or what you can do to alleviate, the symptoms of looking at screens too much. Um, so, oh, I spent some time with a friend yesterday, a long time. It was amazing. Just, we're the type of people that can talk forever until stupid hours, and then sleep too long because we were up to stupid hours, and then keep talking and, great day. Like, bucket filling shit, And I need to, one thing that helps me with like sort of like the overthinking and the ruminating that I trap myself into, is when I have something to look forward to, right? So even if it's like, okay, a couple days from now, I'm going to hang out with a friend. I'm finding that when I don't have something like that on the horizon is when the overthinking, the ruminating, whatever, gets worse. I think that's when the loneliness also gets, the feeling of loneliness gets worse. So I'm going to try to make it a point to always have something on the horizon with someone, whether it be a lunch, dinner, a hang, something. I think it's going to be really beneficial to me to make sure that I always have that coming. I'm not every single day, but I mean, every 2 days seems a little extreme, but like 2 or 3 days, make sure I have something every 2 or 3 days. Keeps me out of my head, gives me access to other people. Just gives me hope. So that's a nice realization because it gives me something to work towards. And if you're my friend and you're watching this, hey, help a sister out. Let's plan something, okay? Yeah. There you go. What else? I feel like I'm missing a lot. Oh, because of my hang last night, I just feel better. I'm not doing my overthinking today. I'm not crying at the drop of a hat over anything and everything. So I think I've got a plan in place. I need some quality time with my peoples. And I want to get more quality people for my times. And I need to figure out a way to put myself out there and meet different people outside of dating apps, which I'm so tired of. So tired of. But I have met some amazing people on mostly Tinder of all places. How crazy is that? People that I will be friends with for life, or at least it feels that way, like deep friendships out of fucking Tinder, man. Whatevs. But I mean, I think if you're open to, and selective about who you reach out to, you can find some great people. And I've appreciated that. However, it takes a lot of work to find those gems. And it feels like a job sometimes. So I think I'm going to come off them for a little while. I've had a couple bad dates in the past week. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Went out to drinks with this one guy. And my instincts, I need to trust my intuition because it has never failed me. And I was hemming and hawing about going to this drinks date, and because the conversation on text was shit, and I don't know about anyone else, but to me, I find that if people can't communicate via text, relay how they're feeling, what they want, via text, they're not going to do it very well in person either. People will say like, I'm not very good on, text, or I want to meet up as soon as possible. And I'm not necessarily opposed to that, but being a woman and I want to feel a certain level of comfort before I, meet you in person. And that requires decent conversation for me, which is strangely hard to come by. Yeah. Anyway, I think for my mental health, yeah, I'm gonna not deal with that shit for a while. But I still want to meet people, and I don't go on the dating apps strictly for dating. Like I do, there are people that, are looking for friends, believe it or not. And that's how I found some great people. And I've even found people in other countries. I mean, I don't know how that really happened, but whatever, that I just chat with, and who I would consider great friends, even having never met them. And that's pretty awesome, or at least I like it. But yeah, I don't, it feels like work right now, and that's no good. So I need to find other methods of meeting people a little more organically, in person. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I could volunteer somewhere, or I don't know, meetups and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe even volunteering for like some political stuff, because, I want to do that as soon as I can figure out who I want to help. I mean, I will probably volunteer for HRC. It's an organization very near and dear to my heart, and has always been the Human Rights Campaign. So, I mean, that way I could help an organization, not necessarily a candidate, but an organization. I like that idea a lot, actually. So I'll probably do that, and so I can get to meeting some different peoples. But if anyone has any tips or tricks on how one should best do that, if you have any other ideas that I have not mentioned, yeah, hook me up. Yeah, I'm just looking for meaningful connection with people, romantic and otherwise. It's important to me to find people that continue to fill my soul. Also, this is a quilt that I made, and I actually legitimately, from start to finish, made it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I found it in the closet because I forgot where it was, and now that I found it again, it's like we're in love again. We're meeting each other again for the first time, and yet we're old friends. This was quilted by the lovely Catherine Curriton. It's like one letter off from my stepdad's name, so it always was like, But runningdoughquilts.com. If you need someone. If you need a long arm quilter. And yeah, I think we're good. I mean, clearly I'm in better spirits. That's totally reminded me. My mom called me when I was on my way to visit my friend. My mom called me and said, I'm going to order you Thanksgiving dinner. You just worry about getting some tablecloths and some napkins and decorations. I got the food. And for any of y'all that know me, food is my nemesis. I stress a lot about it. I don't like to prepare it. I do. I do try to find easy things, but healthy things. Like I love HEB's like prepared meals that you just, throw in the oven for 20 minutes or something. We had some great salmon and various vegetables this week with it, and the girls ate it up. So I like stuff like that. But I do somehow want to become a little more comfortable with it. I mean, I used to make some recipes here and there, and I haven't made some of my favorites in a long, long time. I make a really good lasagna. Really good. A little pricey because, I like to get my fresh sheet lasagna noodles and, high quality fancy cheeses and really expensive flippin' sauce. But it's worth it, and it's so good. Sounds really good, actually. Maybe I will make some tomorrow. That actually sounds like a really good idea. So maybe I'll go shopping for that, and then I'll have that for dinner. That would be crazy. If I do that, I am totally recording and letting you know, and maybe showing you evidence of it. Because my lasagna is the bomb. It's actually a recipe that I have taken from my mother and actually added to make it a little bit my own. Which, I mean, because food is my nemesis, it's a good thing. I'm very proud of that. And then there's a good pot roast that a friend gave me a recipe for, super easy, crock pot, Instapot situation, and that's really good. But that's meat. My kids don't eat meat. But I do want to get a little more comfortable with it, and maybe I can use some of my time that I'm not overthinking or, distracting myself. Maybe I can do some of that. And granted, I'm one person and I'm never going to probably be able to eat everything I make. I guess I could freeze it. It really didn't dawn on me till just now. I was going to say, I could share with others, but I could also freeze it. Duh. Yeah. So that's where my head's at today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are looking forward to your Thanksgiving. I'm a little more happy about my Thanksgiving because I don't have to spend it stressing over food and being anxious and, trying to entertain my kids too. And, now I get to just spend some quality time with them and go worry about some decorations. Oh, I'm just kind of reminding myself, get some candles and some sort of centerpiece. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. And not a change in just one day. It's good. Yeah. So I feel a little lonely, but not in a horrible way. I'm alone. I feel alone, not lonely right now. We all know there's a difference. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm feeling good today. And I think some of it was also recording my journal yesterday. It helps me a lot to purge this shit out. Some days I do write because, I'm not going to tell y'all everything. There's just some things I keep to myself, believe it or not. So between that and this, I think it's good for me. I'll keep doing it. So I'm not going to say I'm going to do one tomorrow. I don't know. We'll let the chips fall where they may. But if I make lasagna, you bet your ass I'm going to tell you about it. So yeah, from Bear the dog and Bear the dog and we say goodnight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will enjoy ours.